Hello everyone. Today's topic is IBM MaaS360 OS upgrade dashboard for Apple devices. This session will help us understand how MaaS360 can help organizations manage their devices and remotely deploy software updates to manage Apple devices under supervision. We shall also be looking at the use case and benefits of upgrading OS from the MDM and demo how to upgrade and monitor OS on Apple devices using MaaS360 portal. These are our speakers. Let me introduce them, Navya and Anuradha.
Hello everyone, I am Anuradha and I will now be demoing the OS enforcement feature and how you can configure. So let's walk through the process of triggering an OS update enforcement action on a group of devices and visualize them using the dashboard. To manage device updates effectively, you navigate to the devices and group section of our device management portal. Within this interface, you can select any group. Here, let's select a specific group named Device Group for OS Enforcement, which has already been set up. Now, clicking into the Devices tab within this group, you can see it contains 3 devices, each running with different versions of iOS. 2 devices are on iOS 17, while 1 device remains on iOS 16. The next step is to initiate an enforcement action targeting this device group. To do this, you click on More and select the option to push iOS update, which opens a detailed prompt window. Here, critical information is outlined. The enforcement action only applies to supervised iOS devices running version 17 or higher. With the action settings, you have the flexibility to select the specific OS version to enforce, set the date and time for enforcement to begin, and provide an organization help URL for additional guidance. Additionally, the prompt window offers legacy options for deployment, which includes download and install, download only, or install earlier downloaded versions immediately. This also includes a drop-down menu to select the preferred OS version. Additionally, the prompt window, now after carefully configuring the enforcement action by specifying the OS version to enforce, setting the precise date and time to commence the enforcement, and providing a relevant help URL, you proceed with submitting the request. Upon entering the password and clicking on confirm, you can see the confirmation message promptly appears, indicating that the enforcement action request has been successfully submitted. Now, moving forward, it is crucial to monitor the status of the enforcement action, especially since the device group contains varying OS versions, iOS 16 and iOS 17. So for devices on iOS 17, the enforcement action should successfully proceed if the enforced version is higher than the current OS version installed. Conversely, devices on iOS 16 and below should display as non-applicable for the enforcement action. Now, let's proceed to verify the progress and status of each device within this group. We select on devices and click on view, examining details under the hardware and OS tabs. Here you can observe the current OS version status such as 17.4 downloading. The OS version is 17.3.1, which is the current OS version of the device, and the available updates it says as 17.5.1. Additionally, checking the history tab provides a detailed log of the enforcement action progress, ensuring transparency and accountability in the update process. Checking on the device settings here about, you can see the device current OS version, and under the general settings, MDM profile, you can click on configuration and see that it has already reached the device, which the enforced date and time and the iOS version enforced. Now under software updates, you can see the download is already in progress with all the details available on the device which we selected while performing the enforcement action, such as the URL and other details. Now returning to the device management portal's OS update dashboard, you can navigate to the group of devices and click on more, selecting OS update history to view the comprehensive details. Notably, during the download phase, a prompt also appeared on the device itself, indicating that the installation was scheduled to occur within the next 30 minutes, as you see here. Again, proceeding with the portal's OS update dashboard. Here, detailed information is displayed, including the status bar showing all the device statuses. Now, clicking on Show Not Applicable Devices reveals all the 3 devices in the group with the enforcement action performed. Now, for 2 of the devices, we can see it is non-applicable. So, one device is on iOS version, which is 16.7.4, which is not applicable, while the other device is also not applicable because the current version of the device is 17.5 than the enforced version, which was 17.4. Now for the applicable device, as you see here, the status is already in progress, which says download is in progress. So let's continue with the monitoring process. You can revisit here. Important point to mention, on the dashboard, we can see all the details are displayed, such as device group on which the name of the device group, the action performed on, as in the date and time performed by the user, target OS version, the OS version expires on, OS enforcement date, and the action type, which is the OS enforcement. Now continuing with the monitoring process, we can visit the history tabs of the applicable device to observe the download has completed and the installation is scheduled. So while the hardware and OS tab states that the OS update status as downloaded. As you can see here, in the hardware and OS tab, it says the 17.4 downloaded. Now on the device itself, again, it reflects that the download has finished with the OS version set to install in the next 10 minutes. Now we get a reminder giving the user the option to initiate the installation immediately or defer it to the scheduled time. Returning back once more to the OS update dashboard, the status was updated to reflect that the installation is scheduled, demonstrating ongoing progress and providing reassurance that the update is proceeding as planned. Importantly, if a device is found to be not idle or unlocked, there is a buffer period of 1 hour provided to proceed with the installation, ensuring minimal disruption to users' activities. So this is the message which we can see here. Now, throughout the installation process, the OS update dashboard continually updates its status indicators. Upon completion of the installation, all tabs and logs within the dashboard confirms the successful update, providing a comprehensive overview of the update's progress and completion. Finally, a confirmation message appears on the device itself, notifying the user that their iPad has been successfully updated to 17.4, which was the version we selected here. It's also worth noting that selecting the OS version as latest, which my colleague Navya had mentioned, selecting as latest during enforcement allows devices running earlier iOS versions such as iOS 15 or iOS 16 to update to their respective latest applicable versions. This feature ensures that all devices in the group remain updated with the latest compatible OS version available, enhancing security and performance across the organization's device fleet. So overall, in summary, the enforcement feature within our device management portal offers a streamlined and transparent process for initiating and tracking OS updates across devices as well as device groups. By providing detailed status updates, flexible deployment options, and clear user prompts, the portal ensures that device updates are efficiently managed while minimizing disruption to users' workflow. So this is all about the demo video. Now coming back to the benefits of using MaaS360 for OS update management. So using MaaS360 for OS update management offers several benefits. It improves security and compliance by ensuring devices receive its latest patches, enhancing both user experience and device performance. Automation reduces the IT workload, while customized updates allow for tailored deployments to meet specific needs. Efficient deployments to multiple devices ensures that updates are rolled out seamlessly, maintaining the overall security and functionality of the device fleet. We encourage you to utilize MaaS360 for streamlined OS management. Start optimizing your OS update strategy with MaaS360 today.